Welcome to MyCounselor.Online. I'm Cassie, and this is My Counselor Says. My Counselor Says is where you submit a question, either for yourself or for a friend, and one of our incredible therapists takes their time and answers your personal question. If you want to submit a question, you can do so using our webpage and then look for the answer in an upcoming edition of our weekly e-newsletter. So let's go find out what My Counselor says.
Welcome to My Counselor Online. I'm Leslie Bashioum, and this is Asking for a Friend. Today, we're going to be answering Amaka's question. Amaka says, I don't always get along with my husband when we're having a talk. We have few or less of anything in common. Well, Amaka, I think a lot of us can probably relate to this. It seems like everywhere we turn, Hollywood is glamorizing this fairy tale type love that consists of romance, Prince Charming, and a happily ever after sure to follow. And I think oftentimes what we discover is that after the honeymoon is over, that marriage is really hard. And the truth is, it's supposed to be hard. And really, anything in life worthwhile is hard work. So it's really when the newness wears off that we really have to work at keeping the love alive in our marriage. So really that begs the question, what do we do when it seems like we have nothing in common with our spouse anymore? Or what do we do when it seems like all we do is fight and argue? So I think the first thing I would suggest taking a look at is there safety in our relationship? And no, I'm not referring to physical safety. Well, obviously this is really important. What I'm referring to here is emotional safety. Safety is really the foundation of any healthy relationship. And I think oftentimes what we may find ourselves doing is whenever we're at odds with one another or whenever there's a conflict, we may find ourselves pointing out the differences in our spouse as the thing that is the problem. And so we may find ourselves saying things or maybe thinking things like, if they would just be less blank, or if they would just think the way I do about this thing. And so really, God created us all to be unique, and He designed for us all to be different. And so really, our differences can be a blessing in our marriage if we allow them to be, because our spouse can really help grow and help us to see things in a way that we would never be able to do on our own. So we must create space for our spouse, differences and all, because this really is the way that we can create safety in our relationship. And without safety, intimacy is really nearly impossible to achieve in our relationship with our spouse. So secondly, I would suggest taking a look at, are we really prioritizing our marriage as the number one priority? Are we spending time with one another, quality time with each other? Just like anything else, our relationship with our spouse is not going to grow if we're not investing time into it. So one of the ways that we can do this is by taking an interest in the things that our spouse is interested in. And really the cool thing about that is we don't have to have the same interests as our spouse. We really just have to be interested in them. Another cool thing that we can do is we can look for new and exciting things to do as a couple. We can try new activities, try going on a date night together, try a new fun thing that we've never done before, and try to find those new creative ways to have unique experiences together. So these are the types of things that are going to help grow and create intimacy in our relationship.
Thank you so much for submitting that question. We love to answer your questions. If you have a question for yourself or a friend, you can submit it using our webpage and then look for the answer in an upcoming edition of our weekly e-newsletter.